Right. Yes. But welcome to episode 52 of the Freedom Cage podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSPs, of course. To my right, I got my main guy, my ace. My left and my right this week, Shawn, Mr. Singularly on all your socials.
You know.
And me, I'm Kenny, man. Also known as King Kapnick on all the socials. But today, man, middle of the month, Black Excellence Month. I don't like to throw that old word in there because we're moving on from that. It's on the bigger and better things. We're on the progression. But today we had a very special guest from the local borough, man, the local town, man. It's Mr. Coach Red, man. He's it's bigger than basketball, but I need you to tell us how much bigger than basketball it could really be, my good man.
First, I want to thank y'all for having me. I'm honored to be on your show. So really appreciate what y'all doing. And like I said, I feel honored to be on here and talking about the organization that me and my friends got going on.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
Now to start it off, like who would, like, before we get into the organization and what you built so far, like who are you? Like where did you come from? How did you, before we even get to your current I guess uprootings?
I'm originally from Red Hook, Brooklyn. You know, shout out to Red Hook, shout out to Paradise. Then I moved to Staten Island in October of '96, I believe.
Okay. Everybody make that Brooklyn to Staten Island transition. Like I did it. Mine was he beat me by 2 years. We was talking about it a little earlier, but I went in there right at the beginning of the 8th grade for 51 and 98, and it's funny. Like people ask you where you from. I'm like, yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, but technically I've spent the latter half of my life and some on Staten Island now. So I don't even. It's hard for me to say Brooklyn and really like I know in my heart where I'm from, but telling somebody that out loud is just like, you sure? When last time you been there? It's like, I ain't out there often, but that's what's up, man.
Yeah, nah, but it's all good, man. I mean, roots are roots, you know what I mean? And transitions they happen for whatever reason, but I'm pretty sure you make this move and you're over there at Staten Island now. So what is it like getting used to Staten Island versus Brooklyn at that point?
At the time when I first moved from Brooklyn to Staten Island, I actually moved in a group home, and it was a very hard transition for me because I didn't know anything about Staten Island. The only thing I knew about Staten Island was Method Man, and Sandy Brock. Sandy Brock was a legendary basketball player out here who got killed through gun violence on September 24th of 1997. But prior to me moving to Staten Island, I didn't know anything about Staten Island but Method Man and Sandy Brock.
Yeah, I think that's most people, right?
Yeah.
You went out there, it was like.
So I moved there. I was like, oh, this is the 5th borough. Like Manhattan's not it. It's not Manhattan and Harlem. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Like it took me a second. Like I didn't know until I got here. I had to be schooled on that a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. But as far as bigger than basketball, like let us know the origin as to why it began and what made you want to make sure it was bigger than what it was.
Like I said, it's just it's funny how I even got into coaching because one of my best friend is Karl Sanders, and he's from Brooklyn, and at the time his nephew got killed through gun violence. And just so happened, like around that time, one of my other close friends out here, Mike Newcomb, Mike Newcomb, and my other friend Solo, we went into his house late night. And Mike Newcomb's mother said to us, she said, won't y'all do something with yourself and start coaching and give back to the community like a Ed Watkins, like a Darryl Grady, Coach Darryl Grady, who is legendary coaches out here. So it sort of was like the right timing. Like she said that, and then my close friend wanted me to bring some kids from Staten Island to Brooklyn to play in Brother Mello basketball tournament in honor of his nephew. So it was sort of perfect timing. And then how Bigger Than Basketball came upon is just that I was always doing stuff out here in the community, me and my friends doing basketball events with other organizations out here, wanted basketball events. They would call me since I started coaching and organizing teams and stuff. You know, and I had players throughout the years. So, and then one of my friends, he actually gave me the name, and he just said Bigger Than Basketball because I'm very passionate about this, and I think some of the kids, the older kids now, appreciate it more than the younger kids now, and by me just going through the ages of different kids and seeing where they at in life, some doing great, some ain't make it, some doing okay, some's alive. Just a whole bunch of stuff, you know. So that's why I used to always hear my Aunt Brenda say, you better have something to fall back on. You better have something to fall back on. And at the time, 15, 16 years old, when I was in Brooklyn and Williamsburg, because before I left Rock, before I came to Staten Island, I went to Williamsburg as well. So, you know, it was just like, as I got older, it was like, wow, like you do got to have something to fall back on, because it is bigger than basketball. And I love basketball, but the kids got to know and the youth got to know, like, if you are playing basketball, one day the air in the basketball will drop. It won't be no air in the basketball. So you have to do something with your time, with your life after basketball. So, and we actually just got our LLC nonprofit today. So Bigger Than Basketball right now is officially a nonprofit.
Yeah,
that's
congratulations
nice,
to that, man.
We got
clap
it up for that there right there, man.
That's a big thing, bro. A lot of people ain't got that with nothing, and no real meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means something. So like taking that corporate job and, you know what I mean, just your EIN number is a big thing. Like, you got to keep it moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope. Like, you got to keep it going. I know you said earlier, like, you and your good friend started the organization. Who did you start the organization with?
That's why it's funny, and I don't think he know. You know, it's seriously though. It's my close friend Mike Newcomb, his brother. And when I played at Curtis, he was like 5 years old. He used to have timeouts. He used to get the ball, shoot layups. You know, shoot layups. So like, he went on to play high school basketball and in college basketball. Went to Fisher College. He got 2 beautiful daughters. He just got engaged not too long ago to his fiance, Katie. Shout out to Katie. But he sort of just started helping me out because he saw that what I was doing, I was sort of like doing it by myself. I was just out there. My friends would help me, you know what I mean? Solo Mike, they'll come help me. But then Darry just sort of like stepped in, like, all right, you know, like, we're going to do this the right way. So it's like, to see him looking at me play basketball and growing up, to now him working with the kids and doing this, that's why it makes it bigger than basketball. And it ain't no bigger than basketball without him, you know? So like, you know, now, you know, other people, not saying that they didn't see my dream before, but now they seeing how dedicated, how serious, how passionate I am about this. And I won't let nobody tell me no other reason why. And, you know, sometimes I'm a little hothead and I say things that I'm not supposed to say, but am I not supposed to say how I feel? Am I not supposed to answer the question wholeheartedly that someone asks me? So I guess I have to learn to just bite the bullet sometimes. And I had an interesting talk with my coach he said it to me twice, but Monday, he said, Coach Donnie, he's the head coach at McKee High School. He said, I need you to be bigger than basketball all the time. And when he said that again for the second time, I said, you know what, Coach D, he's 100% right. He's been at McKee High School for 18 years. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when I argue and that he say to me, Red, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Like this, that. So that conversation Monday, he really helped me. And we was going at it. You know, we was going at it. That's my guy. But when I left the room and I said, you know what, this is Coach D's second time saying that I need you to be bigger than basketball all the time. Because when I do bigger than basketball, I'm like a total different person. So it's like, you know, we give out TVs at our events, laptops, but I must say, like, I have a lot of support from organizations out here, from people. Whenever I do something, they reach out. Is there anything you could do? Former players, parents, like there's a young lady out here. I actually met her. I didn't know who she was. She moved. She's from Brooklyn. She came out here, I think, the same time I did, and we grew up in the same field. She was in a girls' group home, and I was in a boys' group home. And she said to me after one event, she was like, Coach Red, she was like, you remind me of somebody. You remind me of Darryl Grady. And when she said that, I turned, and Darryl Grady used to work in her group home. And Darryl Grady is one of my mentors as well, you know? So
small world.
And ever since then, whenever we need something, she's there. She support. We sent, she made like a gift bag for a young lady, Sanaya. She goes to Harvard University. She went to like one of these big time stores.
Got a lot of things coming. As you can see, the merch is on.
You gotta plug that. We shop it. FCP.
Yeah, FCP. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. If you look in the comments, if you look in the link, you know what I mean? Just click on there. We got everything for you. We got something for the men, something for the women, something for the kids. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all the love you show, man. You can reach out to us, connect with us on social media, all that good stuff, man. Really, we're just so thankful that you spent this time with us.
Yeah, man. You could have been doing anything else. We appreciate you, man.
For real, man. And if you purchase anything, just tag us in it or tag Freedom Cage Podcast in it, man. We appreciate it. We want to get it out there.
And just gave out a whole bunch of stuff for her dorm rooms. She hooked her up. So she did that for like four seniors last year out here. So nice. She went and did them like a gift bag to go to college with. So whatever I need, like whenever I need her, she's there. Like we don't see each other every day in the wintertime, you know, because she got her family and stuff. But when I need her for an event or something, she's there, you know. So like little stuff like that, you know. So like even the kids that I grew up with, younger than me, they support Bigger Than Basketball. So like I said, like it ain't no Bigger Than Basketball without my friends, you know. So and I appreciate them a lot. And I know, you know, I'm not the easiest person to deal with, you know. So, but
I don't think any of us are.
Nobody is.
You know, so.
Especially when you're passionate about something, man. I mean, you know, and I totally get where you're coming from. When you're in the zone, when you're doing something that you're passionate about, there's a switch that turns on, and it's like if you're not gonna be at my pace, either get out the way or don't come. You know what I mean? And you try and find people that not only can, you know, give you those valid checks to keep you on the right path, but also you need people who can kind of keep up that pace because it gets things done a lot quicker. So it sounds like that's what Darryl is for you.
Yeah, he is. It's funny though because he has like a weird personality. Like he won't show it. You know what I'm saying? But like behind the scenes, he's like real stern. And me, I'm more on the forefront, and you could see I wear like my heart on my sleeve, as they say. You know, you can see the sternness though, but it's just, I don't know. I'm like I said, I just got my non-for-profit. I'm super happy, you know. But like I said though, like a lot of people helped me out on my way of growing up, you know. So like even in Red Hook, growing up in Red Hook, Big Karl his father started something called Paradise Classic with Bruce and Troy and Miss Daisy, rest in peace. And what they did was we played against each other, and it was free food just for our block. Then, as the years went on, it was free food for the whole neighborhood. Then the next day, they took only our block to Bear Mountain. So it's just, it's like I remember those little parts of my life that was essential. And like I see, like I guess I always had it in me because I was brought up like that. So like when I moved to Staten Island, it was it was Deborah Kelly. She was like my mom in a group home, and then like I said, you had Coach Grady, you had Coach Ed Watkins who passed away, you had Coach Ant, Brother Ant, what we call him. Like they did little stuff for me in my life that was special. Along with my high school coach Tim Gannon, who I still speak to this day. So that's why it's bigger than basketball, because Ed Watkins is not here, rest in peace. But Brother Anthony calls me, Coach Grady calls me, Coach Gannon calls me to check on me. So like those people played an essential part of my life. And you think about it, it's bigger than basketball. I'm never playing another meaningful basketball game again in my life. So what else were they speaking to me, So
that's a fact.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So this is a youth organization, youth program for basketball. And we know today's kids are not like when we grew up, man. It's a lot of different experiences they have. This is the technology bunch, so they kind of come in at different levels. So what is one thing that you brought from when you played into your program as you approach teaching these kids?
It's definitely different. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's definitely different. But what I try to install into the kids is like, be disciplined. Understand this is tough love. Like, I'm not telling you nothing malicious or bad or something wrong. I'm just trying to let you know that if you want to play this game the right way, you have to do these steps. You can't skip no step. You can't go from 1, 2 to 5, then 15. No, you have to take the steps. So, as far as playing is just like, I'd be like, dag, like, these kids, they got so much more than we had growing up. And I see it. So I just try to bring to them, like, just the positive of it, and I stress to them it's so important to be respectful. I think that drives me a little bit more edge than anything, when a kid is disrespectful and talks back, because I wasn't raised like that. It was never cool to talk back to an adult. I don't care what era you're in. If you're talking back to your mom, your sister, or your coach, I just wasn't brought up on that, and I know it's tough. And those coaches that I named, like Coach Darryl, Coach Ed, Brother Ant, Coach Gannon, they yelled at me. It wasn't like it wasn't no in between. They let me have it if I wasn't doing the right thing. They did it in their own way, So, and one thing I'm learning is, which is tough, that every kid is not the same. Actually, one of my former players' mother told me that. She said, "Red, every kid is not like my son. That you can't just yell and that." So, it's just, I'm trying to bring just awareness to understand that, like, eventually you're gonna have to put the basketball down and do something else with your life, So
it might be a cheat code for you to say today, but with all, I guess, the different personalities of kids that you deal with, you kind of got to manage that, like, as far as, making sure everybody gets where they need to go in your vision. How do you balance that?
I don't balance it. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a psychiatrist. I noticed that I'm a psychiatrist for myself and for the kids, because they all go through whatever they're going through. Maybe some may be going through family issues. Maybe, who knows what a kid going through. Like I said, I grew up in a group home out here. So I was going through my own stuff, but it's hard to balance, but it's a fight. It ain't easy. It's definitely not easy.
I could imagine, man. So now, have you ever had to walk over to a parent and be like, yo, listen, man, I don't think it's gonna work out. There's nothing wrong. They're a great kid, but I don't think this is for them.
Believe it or not, I never had to do that and say basketball is not. I never had to go to a parent and say basketball is not for them. Thank God I didn't, because it wouldn't come out as nice, So,
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just me being honest. And I tell the kids all the time, don't waste your time. Most importantly, don't waste your parents' time. Don't waste your parents' time. If you don't want to play basketball, play the piano. I'm gonna still love you regardless. Like somebody like my friend Christina. I went to school with Chris. Her son, he went to McKee. He didn't play. He wasn't one of the main basketball players, but he was one of the most respectful kids that I ever had the pleasure of coaching at McKee. And he knew that his mother wasn't playing. He knew that if I said something, he knew I could pick up the phone, call his mother, Chris. So the 4 years that I had him under me, no complaints. He graduated. He go to CSI College right now. He's getting his education. So like, just like I'm proud of the kids that's playing basketball at the next level, I'm proud of a kid like that as well, that's going to school, getting his education, and being successful in life.
Yeah, man. It's good for the kids today to not keep basketball as like a going to the NBA is always great. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to understand at some point you got to transition from knowing that my love for basketball and reality might not hit each other at the right point. So it's good to use this as a stepping stool to learn manners, to learn conditioning, to learn how to take orders if you need to. You know what I mean? With life growing up, because you need to learn those things when you transition to other parts of your life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's super important. But as far as transitioning, now I know you said your aunt kind of turned the switch on in you. You know what I mean? As far as maybe you should do the coaching thing. But do you have a personal moment or time in your life where you was like, I'm gonna have to I need to transition from basketball to coaching? Was there like a moment, like you didn't have like a wild injury or nothing, right?
Nah, thank God, no wild injury. I used to play in the summer leagues and stuff, but it's just when you start coaching, for me, it was hard for me to keep playing. Once in a while I may play, but once in a blue, I'm not playing at all. I have no desire to ever shoot another basket ever. But it wasn't that. It was just, it wasn't even a transition. It was like I had to do it. Once I was in, it was like I was in. Coach Grady kept me busy. The kids was looking forward to coming from Staten Island to Brooklyn. And that's very rare that, a lot of kids, people wasn't doing that. The older guys was like Daryl and Ed and Brother Ant was take us off the island and stuff like that. But then I was sort of like the next guy up, I guess, that I know of out here to do that, So it was cool taking them out there, won the championship, playing in Brooklyn, playing in a hostile environment, so it was good, so.
Yeah, man. With transitioning from Brooklyn, Staten Island, I believe that you got the home base in Staten Island. Was that an easy choice to make with you having I guess your original roots from Brooklyn, or it was an easy choice with your friends being here?
No, it was really an easy choice because I've been out here so long. So my everything I did, I played high school basketball out here. Everything I did was Staten Island based.
Copy.
So I knew I started to know a lot of people, meet a lot of people through basketball, and I just started to figure it out. I remember how Ed Watkins used to do the tournaments and how he used to give out free food and and book bags and all types of stuff. And one thing I do know, everybody like free stuff. So when you put free giveaways and free food and free this,
people showing up.
Everyone's gonna everyone's gonna come out though. So it was pretty much easy, really, because everything I had was right out here, you know. So I didn't know any high school basketball players from Brooklyn. You know, I got my friends in Brooklyn who do that. Like I said, Coach Karl Sanders, Coach Smalls from Red Hook also, he do the little kids, the bitty bros. So we all did do our same thing in different, different areas.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, like we were talking earlier, man, I went to high school with Karl Sanders, man. I came in as a freshman. When he was a senior, I got to see him hit that half-court shot to beat Robeson. They won a championship that year. My cousin Carlito actually played on that team too.
Carlito Beach.
Yeah.
Carlito
That's
Beach.
my family. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was dope to watch them do that. And then it was funny. I go to college. I go to St. Francis College, and Karl Sanders is there too.
Look at that.
The minute I told him I was from Grady, yo, he helped me down, man. So shout out to Karl, man. Yo, you got to connect us. We got to have him on the show.
Yeah, definitely got to get Bill on the show. It's going to be hard to get him on the phone first, but definitely got to have Karl. Like I said, his brother was, his nephew, was 12 years old, 13 years old. Got killed 2005, March 15th. So, and ever since then, that's how I measure how I be coaching every winter, every summer, every fall, no days off, just around the clock for years, you know. So,
yeah, man. So basketball has changed tremendously, and right now it's a shooters league to most, right? I'm not saying you can't come in there with mechanics and be successful, but it's a shooters league. So as these kids come to you and off the back, before even doing a drill, they want to do a step back 3-pointer from like half court. How do you approach that kid and say, calm down. First, you need to learn how to dribble.
I don't even know. Like whatever comes in my head comes out of my mouth. Pause. But the game has definitely transitioned. I was watching a game the other day with my friend, and who was I watching? Somebody had a layup, and he didn't take the layup. He stepped back and went to the three, and it wasn't like they was down 3. The game was down 3, 5 seconds left. You needed 3. It was like the second quarter this happened. I'm just like, like wow, you know, like Steph Curry, he really changed. He changed the game. I watched it change the game. So when people mention the greats of the NBA, like Steph Curry has to be mentioned because
absolutely
of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
3-pointers have gone up tremendously from all teams.
Yeah, I remember he busted up a bunch of brackets at Davidson. I was like, who is this little light-skinned dude that's just pulling up from half court? Like, somebody stop him. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, there was no defense created for this guy. Everybody had to go recreate defense. Like, it was nuts.
Where he was killing dudes with like, yo, we're gonna half court press. All right, he pull up from half court line. There's no defense on that. Like, you can't do nothing when somebody's just that accurate.
Like, when you make the greatest player at the time, LeBron James, start modeling his game after you, that's impactful. Like, that's impactful.
What's this one here? Can you share a story about a kid that was under your wing that didn't have any faith in himself, but he turned out to be a true force to reckon with once you gave him the true fundamentals he needed to get going?
To be honest, is like the first kid that come to my mind is a kid, Khalik Snoop Mitchell, who played with me the longest stint. He played with me when I was going out to Brooklyn. I got close with his mom. She knew who I was. But I went with him through middle school, He went to a high school. What Catholic high school he went to? Scanlon. He went to Scanlon High School for 2 years, and then he didn't do too well. It was the commute was too far, and he wound up coming back to Staten Island. So he stuck with me, and he believed in me the most. And there's a lot of credit due to his mother, because the first thing that his mother said when I was introduced to his mother by Jason Sullivan, she said, "Red, I don't want my son falling victim to the street." Mm. So like he been with me the longest, and he went to McKee, graduated. It wasn't easy. I know I was hard to deal with. He never was disrespectful towards me. He may have like, "Oh, Coach Red is annoying." And he had 2 cousins too that played, and they were 6, 7, and I yelled at them as well. And that's the thing. Like my coaching style is, I'm not yelling at, like I said, somebody like Josiah. He got yelled at too. He wasn't a main guy on the team. He didn't play, but if he messed up in practice, if he was late to practice or whatever, he got it too, just like the players that did play. So no, I would probably say Khalid. He's in Hawaii right now playing basketball. Nice. He's doing very well for himself, and he went to Cali for 2 years, so he's all around the world playing basketball. And I told him the other day, like, Khalid, I appreciate you more than you even know. He's 21 right now. Can't even believe he's 21 years old. So like, he's doing real well for himself, and I'm happy to see that. We had another kid, Messiah, who played at McKee last year. He got the Jakes, which was Staten Island's best player. And I got on him. We got into it bad last year. And if you're going to play basketball for real and you want to play at the next level, and you 5 minutes late to practice, you gotta hear this. Because I'm doing you a disservice if you come into practice late and I let you think it's okay. So Keyshawn, who's another one who played college basketball, Keon, Snoop, Roberto, Jamal, Messiah. I got a kid now, Bonner. They all get it. If you mess up and you're not doing right, you're going to get it. So what I'm giving you is helping you to get to the next level in college. So that's what I want them to know. Like, I'm yelling because I care. I'm not yelling. When I stop speaking to you and I walk past you, then you should have a problem. That's but right. Other than that, all of the kids had confidence, and there's a lot of kids though that came under me. I wish they all would have went to my high school with me and followed me. That would have been great. Like a kid, Malik Martin. He played with me when he was in middle school, and he went to Curtis High School. He went off. He's at Rhode Island. He went to Charlotte first, then he went to Rhode Island. He's playing at Rhode Island right now, but he's doing great for himself. He took basketball to the next level. I wish I could have coached him in high school, but like all the kids, and there's a lot of kids. There's a lot of kids that play with me in middle school. I used to take them tournaments. They went to other high schools, like Big Baby. I call him Big Baby. That was his name. He's from Stapleton out here. He went to New York. And him particular, like in middle school, I remember, he's probably one of the smartest basketball players that I ever coached at that age. And I was upset that he didn't really come to me for high school. But he went to New York, and I see him, he's staying out of trouble. He's actually having a baby girl, and he's about to be a father. So now he knows life is not about That's you right. anymore. And I text him that not too long ago, so. But that's it though. I'm happy all the kids, some don't make it. That don't mean I don't love you. I love you. I probably love you more because you probably need more loving and than the kid that is in school playing basketball and stuff though, so that's it.
No, that's good, man. That's good. So when you look at your work ethic, right? Could you sum it up into 3 words? And you can't use bigger than basketball, so no cheating. What you think about, when you come in that gym, what are 3 words that talk about the work ethic that you want the kids to be influenced by?
Uh, like I said, I'm very spontaneous, but I just when you come to a bigger than basketball workout, just work hard, because if you here, you might as well get something out of it. Don't come here and cheat yourself, and if my back is turned, you stop running and suicide, because I have my friends in the gym watching. So I'm gonna get wind of it, so just don't cut corners, because you'll cut corners in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really it, but like I said, it's just my main goal is to let kids know, like, I'm the last like few weeks at my camp that I do every Saturday. I try to teach more discipline and structure more. Like, you have to be disciplined. You gotta have structure. And I think a lot of kids are missing structure. And I'm not knocking any coach, trainer, or whatever they do. I just think that I can't tell you how to run your thing, but I will say they need to teach structure more, because some kids come to my workout and the stuff they be doing, they be talking and fooling around. And I'm like, who's allowing you to get away with this? Because this is not the way.
First of all, I think this is a perfect time to thank everybody for joining our IG Live. We are live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, because we're expanding now. We're talking to people in different coasts.
Yeah, gotta let them know Eastern time.
So
Eastern is important.
We're learning. We're growing.
Yep,
right?
Yep. So that's it. It's definitely bigger than basketball, and I'm a big community guy. I'm big on community out here. It's very big to give back, and what we did. That's why it's so big that we got a non-for-profit, because I don't even know how we was even getting the money to do certain stuff we did. We had bigger than basketball sweatsuits. We would sell them to my friends, and we just take the money from that and do stuff for the kids. A lady cashed at me some money recently because my sister was murdered 3 years ago through gun violence.
Damn,
and condolences.
And that was funny, because that's when I was really starting bigger than basketball. And rest in peace, Naire. She was on board, like, oh, this is nice. You could do this. Maybe you could do this, giving me little ideas. So when it happened to her, it was like, nah, I gotta go with bigger than basketball. Because she always told me, don't stop what you're doing, So, like I said, I got a lot of support. Like this year for Christmas, we took like 3 or 4 kids to Snipes, a sneaker store here on Staten Island. Bought them sneakers of their choice for doing the right thing in school. We took 10 kids with 5 of my close friends to Shawnee's House restaurant. And we just our food is amazing. And we just treated the kids, girls. And what was special about Shawnee's house, though, when we went, it was no basketball players there. No basketball players. It was 5 boys and 5 girls. I didn't want to see no basketball players. I wanted to try to affect the kids that don't play basketball, the young girls and the young men, to let them know, like, yo, Coach Red, Coach Daryl, my friends was there, like, whatever y'all doing, keep doing it. Because I'm asked to come, I want to see a report card. Like, I know, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I appreciate those kids as well that's not playing basketball, that's doing the right thing. That's why it's bigger than basketball. I wake up thinking bigger than basketball. I go to sleep thinking bigger than basketball. So they say when you constantly think about that, that's your goal. You know, we did a lot of great things out here on Staten Island for the past few years. You know, we went to supermarkets, 3 supermarkets out here on Staten Island, picked 3 random people, introduced myself. This is Coach Red. This is Coach TG, who's part of Bigger Than Basketball. And like somebody like him, I don't want to jump around all over the place, but like somebody like him, he came back and he's all on board. You know what I'm saying? So like, he see the grind, he see the thing, he's helping me. So is another helping hand, you know. So shout out to him for helping me. And like I said, it ain't no Bigger Than Basketball without I got like 10 friends that really low key behind the scene help me out, giving me little ideas on what to do. But like I was saying, we went to the supermarket, 3 people, random people. Hi, my name is Coach Red. This is Coach Grady. I'm part of Bigger Than Basketball. Every year, we pick somebody. I like to donate $100 toward your grocery shopping toward the holiday. And one guy said he thought he was pranked. He thought he was on like
where the cameras at?
Yeah, he was looking for the cameras. Yeah, so just like seeing people face expressions like during that time and is dope though. And I'm not stopping. Now I got my non-for-profit, like the young kids said, like it's up, right? Is it up? I guess it's up.
I think that's what they're saying. I think that's what they're saying. Up. You got the nonprofit going now. Bigger Than Basketball is literally now bigger than just basketball. Like, do you have immediate thoughts or maybe just something that you've been messing around with, but now you can officially do it as far as like spreading out to the neighboring boroughs, maybe even the neighboring states as well?
The first thing that comes to my mind is definitely doing something with Karl Sanders. I actually want to do something with Karl Sanders with his nephew, name in it, sort of like brother and my sister, because they both got killed through gun violence. So I would like to do a big basketball event, or like have like 10 games in one day in honor of them, you know, because brother's not forgotten. My sister's not forgotten, you know, and she had a son. And when that happened, he was in the house though. So, you know, he's at McKee right now, and I really got to give a big up to McKee High School, because the support that my nephew got from day one in the building has been remarkable. And Coach D said, "Don't worry about him. I got him for life." You know, so like that was important. I guess I needed to hear that the coach said that. We got a new principal who's excellent in the building. We got a new assistant principal, Miss Joanna. It's just such a good family environment in school. And if you don't know about McKee on Staten Island, people just look at it as, oh, they basketball team this, they basketball team that. And I just be like, y'all don't even know. So I used to get caught up into it, but now it's like, all right, you'll see 5 years from now and 10 years from now, you know. But like I said, though, the support that McKee has given my nephew during this time has been nothing but amazing. But far as like Bigger Than Basketball, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to keep giving back to the youth, the basketball players, the players that not playing basketball, the young Black girls out here that's doing well. Just everybody. Just try to touch everybody piece by piece and let them know that, you know, like, I came from where you came from, you know, like, trust me, I know what it is. I lived in a group home with 10 guys. You know, some of them didn't make it. Some of them made it. And that's the hard part. You know, that somebody that you went to school with, somebody that you grew up with, they just don't make it in life. And I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But like, is the real world is real. So like,
yeah, every day. Like
you kids, like, y'all living in a fantasy world right now. Like, the first thing I do now, when I do the basketball camp, I look at the kids' sneakers. They all got on fresh sneakers from Paul George, Kyrie. Your daughter has some good sneakers on.
It sucks. Like, I don't know when like I was averaging 2 pairs of shoes a year.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I was happy for that second pair because the first one was just getting a hole in them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You running them down. It's an everyday thing back then. It's yeah, kids got it way different today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so listen, man, hearing all of this just really warms my heart, man, because anybody that's, pouring good energy back into the community, especially into the kids, definitely needs to be recognized for that, because not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of people have the patience for it, but it's one of the most important things, because I'm a strong believer that, yeah, you can probably sway the minds of people after they hit about 30, 35 and up. But if you catch them at a young age, that's a ripe age where you can really mold them so that they can really go on to be great people, right? It's just like you said, it don't have to be basketball. It's bigger than basketball, right? And I
Bigger than
feel
basketball.
everything that you're saying, brother. Just kudos to you. And the three words that I got out of everything that you said that seem to stand out is discipline, structure, and community. Those three things are the pillar of such a great organization, man. And I know you guys are going to do great things, man. So, it's just great hearing from you. This is exactly why we love doing this show, because it connects us with people like you, and we get to put that story out there, man. So yeah, this is great.
Congrats, man. Salute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flowers given, man. Definitely deserve them.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. But like I said though, like you need a strong team, and I'm thankful for the people that help me out, even if it's coming to an event and it'd be 100 degrees sometimes at the park, and my friends sitting there for 4 hours doing the book and scoring table, like the little things though, little things that I need, sometimes Daryl can't make it because he got a family, so it's like I'm walking around the park talking to myself, like just going crazy though. So
yeah, Kenny does the same thing every time we're about to do a podcast, so it's okay.
I can't shake it.
I would love to be honest. I would actually love to take probably like it's probably nothing is impossible. But I was actually thinking about taking like 15 kids or 20 kids to Busch Gardens for the weekend. Like get a nice Airbnb, grocery shop and food. Let them go into the park for 2 days, drive down there and just experience that trip. Do something different because kids probably never went to Busch Gardens. We did Dorney Park already. We did Great Adventure already. We did the Black Messiah movie already. We did everything else. I want to take it there and do go above and beyond, like Coach Grady said, do above and beyond and do bigger, better things that kids can remember. Like wow, like
like Coach Red put on back then.
Right. And it's not all peachy creamy. A lot of kids ain't like Coach Red. A lot of adults don't like Coach Red. They say stuff, so it's like all right, what am I can't listen to what y'all say, and to the kids who don't listen to me, listen to somebody that's telling you the right thing.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the right thing, you hope.
Yeah, and the exposure is very important, right? Because I'm a part of an employee resource group at my job, and the biggest thing was one of my mentors stressed to me: expose your son to the things that normally Black kids don't get to do, right? So the museum, take them out to learn some history. You know what I'm saying? Because that seems to be something that none of our kids know. They don't know where they're from. They don't know how to get nowhere. They just know how to swipe an iPad and what's the freshest gear, who's the best rapper. Give them some culture so that when they get in those rooms with those white folks, they got something to bring a value more than just what's the latest dance. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
big facts.
So now we're gonna have some fun, man. FCP Top 10. We're gonna hit you with 10 questions, brother, and we want you to just go with your gut, man. Whatever you feeling after you hear the question, just let us hear it. You ready?
Yes.
All right, my brother. Hardwood floor or outdoor park?
Outdoor park.
Ah, I knew I liked you because you get that smooth crossover outside. Ain't
You
nothing like
that's where you get your toughness from.
Yeah.
You get your toughness from in the park. You go on the street ball.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Best tournament you ever played in?
Wow. Best tournament I ever played in. That's a great question. Can we get back to that?
Yeah, we'll
No,
come
I
back
want to answer that, but get back to that.
No pressure.
Please get back to that.
That lets the people know you've been around. You know what I'm saying? You done
Get
served a
back to
couple
that.
of buckets in this city.
Tournament
All right, no problem. New York Knicks or Brooklyn Nets?
New York Knicks.
All right. Your ideal starting five could be old or new NBA players.
Shaq at the 5, LeBron at the 4, Kobe at the 3, Jordan at the 2, Allen Iverson at the 1.
I thought you looked like you was probably about to go Steph, but I was like, he can't stop it. He can't pass AI. Man. AI is AI did it for the culture.
Yeah,
Man.
that's a fact. That's a good one.
All right, I like that 5. Best handles of all time, pro or non-pro?
My friend is here right now looking at me like, do not make me, don't, I'm not even looking at him, but I feel his energy. He's looking at me like, yeah, say something crazy. That's what he's thinking. Can I name 3?
Go ahead.
Ray for Austin, Skip to my Lou, Kyrie Irving, no Pacific order, Ray for Austin, Kyrie Irving, and Karl Sanders.
Yeah, Karl was nasty, man. That brother had the ball on a string. I said he had the ball on a string. All right. What rapper? Because I see you have the ReddyFridays going on. I peeped that on your page.
Coming up too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more rappers. I like hip hop. I like hip hop.
What rapper? No doubt. No, we love hip hop. Right. What rapper, new or old, best personifies your approach to coaching?
What rapper? I would say I probably would say Biggie or Jay.
Okay. I was leaning X. I don't know why.
I know, right?
X for some reason.
I had DMX.
Everybody say X. That's man.
X. A quote that you live by, if any.
A quote that I live by. Basketball, that one. Academics is a quote, is a few quotes that I live by, but one quote that I was just talking to my friend about that he actually said, and my high school coach wrote it on my book. And the quote was, Tim Gannon put like an academic vehicle is what did he say? Academic is the vehicle and the grades is the key. Something like that, but not really no quotes. I have different quotes, but that one really just stick in my head because we just said it recently. Academics is the vehicle, sports is the key. Or sports is the vehicle, academics is the key. That's it. Sports is the vehicle, academic is the key, because you can have the nice car, but if you don't got no key, you can't move that car.
That's it. You stuck in park.
Yeah, you stuck in park. Mad photos.
You're just looking at it. All right, bet. If you could have a conversation with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
It would be 2 people. It would be my sister Naire, who was just murdered, I would have one conversation with her. Just ask her some advice on stuff. It would probably be her, definitely be her. And it would be Eddie Watkins. I would love to have one more last conversation with him as well.
Awesome. Most underrated player in the NBA right now.
Most underrated player in the NBA right now. It's tough. It's tough. Most underrated player in the NBA right now. Can't answer that.
You said no, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Right, I'll pass on that.
Right. I feel like DeMar DeRozan is like his game is so pure, and he plays it like
traditional. He got a traditional
way.
sense. Yeah, he's in the paint. He's an elbow shot.
He's been consistent for years. He's never gotten a championship, but he's just been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. You have to bench one, start one, and cut one.
So I gotta cut somebody.
God, fuck.
What's the four again? LeBron
James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. You have to bench one, start one, cut one.
Man.
If LeBron, if you see this is nothing against you. If you're the one that gets cut.
This is so hard, man.
He said, "I hate the cut, bro."
You can't do anything to any of them because they're always great. Like LeBron just broke Kareem record, and you know,
he about to get cut.
I seen Kobe get 81.
Yeah,
for
man.
10 years of our lives, Michael Jordan led the league in scoring for 10 years straight.
Yeah.
So can I pass on that? And Kobe
so somebody comes to you and says, Coach Red, this is for reparations for Black people. We need you to make this decision right now so we can get our reparations.
Man.
Come on, man. Don't let us down. What you gonna do?
People are gonna kill me for this. I'm probably gonna cut LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna bench Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Kobe coming off the bench is still a good game.
Yeah.
Well, how do you cut LeBron?
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to go.
You gotta go. Sorry,
that hurts. That hurts. Like
that's the toughest conversation, right? You gotta put your hand on the shoulder all the way up here.
Oh, that was the last question, but we back to the one you passed on.
Oh yeah, man.
What's the best tournament you played in? I ain't forget.
The best tournament I played in, there's a couple. Marbury was lit back in the days. A tournament, Rodney Park was a good tournament in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg. I don't really know. Really don't know. The tournaments I do be the best.
Hey, there you go.
I thought that was gonna be easy. I thought it was gonna lead with that.
Yeah.
Gersh, I played in Gershwin actually when Gersh wasn't where it's at right now. You know, actually played in Gersh was actually good. UTL, I don't know if you heard of UTL Under the Lights. My friend Anthony Garrett out here, he does the same thing that I do, and he does UTL for like 4 years straight. It was big, you know. So like, nice. There's a couple tournaments, you know. I definitely have a lot of respect for people, you know, running tournaments and see the hard work that they go in. That's why I don't like running a tournament. I like doing one-day events. Get in and get out.
I hear you, man.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. I hate putting guys on the spot with the freestyles, but there is a thing called ReddyFridays. So I mean Ready Friday. So I need to know, do you keep freestyles in the tuck like that? You keep 8 bars like on deck at all times?
No,
Or
I just call my friends and I'm hoping that they send me bars. Like I'm pressed for time right now. I wish y'all could get Jadakiss. That's the thing though. I send out a group chat to all my friends, all these rappers and everything. Like I wish y'all could get Jadakiss and Method Man on a Ready Friday freestyle. Like that'd be cool. Like the two friends that I asked, they gave it to me right away. So like now when I get off this, I gotta call somebody, see if I get some bars for them. I love hip hop. I love rap music. I love it.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Big
All
fan.
right, man. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh, this is
So
gonna
he
be
rap?
lovely,
He
man.
rap?
Nah, I don't rap. I just call people like, yo, can I get bars? And I post them.
He said, who am I to judge? Oh man. As far as the wrap up, man, what's next for you?
What's next for me is just, I definitely want to celebrate with my close friends because Bigger Than Basketball is non for profit, and I got to shout out Miss Pam, Jason Sullivan, Brothers Care, True to Life, Malcolm Penn, Penn and Perry, Malcolm Penn, Iron, Zay, my commission group chat, just everybody who really really support me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's big when you're having a support is real big. So like I'm looking forward to the summer and getting things going. My non for profit. But that's it though. I'm ready to take off and see what everyone been telling me. Yo, you need your non for profit. You need your non for profit. It can open these doors. It can open this door. Well, now it's here. I want to see these doors open, like people were saying. So that's it though, man. I'm real happy about this non for profit. And like I said, for 10 years, I just been doing it. Like I told Snoop the other day, Snoop, you better go overseas and get a check because you know how much ref fee is and league fee, and I don't think they were. Do y'all remember going to the store and spending
That's right.
all my money on y'all kids? But it's good though. But I'm real happy. I got my non for profit though. I'm very very happy about that. Now I'm legit. So like what Coach D said to me Monday, like I need you to be bigger than basketball full time. And one of the quotes that you said that I live by, and I gotta live by it more, that Eddie Watkins used to say, "You never know who's watching you." So I could be acting like one of my favorite college coaches is Bobby Knight. I don't know if y'all know Bobby Knight. He be bugging.
Yeah.
That's my guy. But I gotta be bigger than basketball full time, and that's something that Coach D said that really stuck in my head, like full time, like because I guess like I'm a public figure, in a way, So like my friends and stuff say like yo, you always on the phone, like you're busy, like. So I got to conduct myself more like bigger than basketball. So I'm just looking forward to keep doing what I'm doing and see what happens. I always tell my friends like, yo, we need a Rock Nation deal. Like how can we get a Rock Nation deal? So.
Yeah.
I would usually wear the hats. I'm working on one too. That's a fact. Is anything that you had? I know you got the practices on Saturdays. Is there anything you want to promote for the next couple of weeks that the people should know about?
No, just every Saturday. Everybody follow Bigger Than Basketball page. Just follow the page, Bigger Than Basketball. You're gonna see the logo up there. Just everybody follow the page and let's see if we could get into the Rock Nation hand and hopefully, when you got a budget, you could do so much more when you got a budget behind you, but
sure.
But that's it though. We're in the high school season right now. Players about to start. We actually just beat a team right now So we play St. Peter's on Saturday. It's going to be a tough hill. They got some good players, you know, Kadir Martin, Jalen Munson, Mikey Spitzo. They got a real good shooter. They're well coached. So, you know, we got our hands full. You know what I'm saying? So they got, you know, they're good. So we got to be ready.
I hear you, brother. Well, good luck, man. I know y'all gonna definitely show up. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. Well, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be Bobby Knight out there for real.
So I got one last question, man. I know a couple of teams look completely different after today, right? But who you got taking the NBA championship this year?
It's crazy.
Yeah. They hit the reset button on everybody.
It was like shuffle.
It's I'm a Knick guy. I know my Knicks ain't. I know they ain't winning nothing.
That Josh Hart pickup was dope, though.
Yeah, but it's not enough. It's definitely not. not enough. No, like you say the Suns. Like I guess the Warriors, the Suns. I'm actually, for some reason, like the past like 2 months, I'm like a big Luka guy for some reason. So they just got Kyrie. I like Kyrie, so it's interesting. So, but if I gotta say who's going to the finals in the East, I would say Boston, and in the West,
it's a shootout over there.
I want Dallas. But I don't think Dallas has enough yet.
Yeah.
But I would have to say Boston, and if everybody's healthy, I would say Phoenix with the with the addition of T.J. Warren and Kevin Durant.
That's true.
So I would say Suns, Celtics, NBA Finals. I would love Luka, but I'll say Suns, Celtics right now.
Got you. Okay. I respect it, man.
You gotta come back in June and check the tape. See
yeah. You know, Coach Red called it.
Coach Red, I should have been put that bet down. Oh man.
Well, yo, man, it's been great talking with you, man. This was timely. Black History Month, Black Excellence.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Congrats on the LLC. Congrats on making it official. You got your paperwork. So these motherfuckers can't tell you nothing but where to check
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact, man. So listen, man. We appreciate everybody for checking in with us, man. We want to thank Coach Red again for checking in with us, telling us his amazing story, man. Make sure y'all go check out his page. All his information on the page is going to come up at the bottom of the screen. Make sure y'all go over there and follow. Listen, every Tuesday we are live on Instagram at 8 o'clock. Make sure y'all check that out. Y'all going to see the websites and all of that in the comments. Make sure y'all click, follow, check out the merchandise we got out there. Go check out the Bigger Than Basketball merch they got. These brothers got some great things going on.
Y'all need to come out to Staten Island. Y'all need to come out to Staten Island for a day. You know, we got Zay Day coming up in June 4th, I believe. I'm not sure, but Zay Day, he's a basketball player out here that went to NJI. He went to Curtis High School, went to NJIT. He actually assistant coach at Lincoln High School right now. He's actually currently the best street ball player in New York City right now. They call him Zay Station with Coach Fridge at ADC. So go check him out at Gersto. So I'm looking forward to Zay Day this year. Shout out to Zay Wilt. So
throwing out on the calendar.
No doubt. Yeah, definitely, man. So listen, man, this is that part of the show, man, where we got to go. So you are now released back into your regularly scheduled programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
King Cat Nick.
See you back next pay week when we lock back in to a free state of mind.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yo, man, this is dope, brother, man.